Hi. Have you ever wanted to mix colors and it just wasn't working out for you, or you tried and you weren't getting the exact shade or color that you wanted? First, it's essential to have a solid understanding of how the color wheel works. Then we will cover how to take the color wheel and make the rest of the tints, shades, and tones that you might need for the perfect project. So grab something to take notes with, get ready to press pause if you need to, and let's get started. Here we have the basic color wheel. The primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. On the color wheel, they sit equidistant from one another. The secondary colors are made up of two primary colors together. Orange is made from red and yellow, green is made from yellow and blue, and purple is made from blue and red. On the color wheel, they also sit equidistant from one another, right in between the two primary colors that make them up. Next, we have tertiary colors. They're made up of a primary and secondary color together. So we have yellow-orange, red-orange, red-violet, violet-blue, blue-green, and green-yellow. They too are equidistant from each other on the color wheel, and they sit right in between the primary and secondary color that make them up. So here we're going to fill in the color wheel, starting with the primary colors of yellow, blue, and red. And now here I'm mixing up orange by mixing half yellow and half red. Just taking the palette knife, mixing it together nicely, and then putting it right in between the yellow and the red on the color wheel. Now I'm mixing up the tertiary color of orange-red, or red-orange. It's half and half of a mixture between red and orange. Next, I'm moving on to yellow-orange, or orange-yellow. Half and half yellow, half orange makes a yellow-orange. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that with the entire rest of the color wheel, starting with the secondary color of green, which is blue and yellow, and then mixing up half and half yellow and green, and half yellow and blue, and the same with the purple, until the entire wheel is filled out. And when you take a look at the wheel all together, you can see how the colors sort of run into one another based upon the primary colors. Now, those aren't all the colors that you need for your projects. Tints is when white is added to a color and it lightens things up. Shades are when black is added, and tones are when gray is added. But you're not going to get everything you need right from there. So it's really important to understand complementary colors. Complementary colors are colors that are across from one another on the color wheel. They're going to give you all those browns and grays and the tones and shades that you're looking for. So here we go. Blue and orange, green and red, and lastly, yellow and violet, or purple. Complementary colors create those browns and grays, like I said. So browns come from mixing the complementary colors and just on their own, or mixing them when they're shaded with some black. And grays come from when we tint them with white, or with, you guessed it, gray. So here we're going to start with a 6x6 chart, empty, and all the primary and secondary colors, those 6 colors. And here we're going to tint this. So I'm starting by laying down the 3 primary colors and skipping 1 row in between, and then right across from them their complementary color. Now those were the ones across from each other on the color wheel. And what we're going to do is we're going to make brown. We're going to take the purple and the yellow and combine them together and work across from darkest to lightest. So I'm starting with basic purple and adding just a little bit of yellow, and then I'm going to color in the box directly next to the purple. And then just a little bit more yellow to that same purple mixture, putting that on the next box. It lightens up just a little bit and you're seeing some browns here. So what we've done is take the purple, add just a little bit of yellow, then a little bit of more yellow, and a little bit more and a little bit more until we're almost in complete yellow. And by doing that, we have a mix of brownish types of colors in between the purple and the yellow. Here I've already gone through and done that with the rest of the complementary colors, and now I'm moving on to the tints. You can see how there's some kind of browns laid down on there and some like darker reds and more ruddy colored greens. Here I'm mixing white and blue and I'm tinting the color, so I'm getting a lighter blue. And then I'm going to go across and do that with all the primary and secondary colors, like so. And then we're going to go through and do the same thing we did with the primary colors, without the tint, taking that lighter purple and mixing just a little bit of that lighter yellow, and going right across the boxes until we come up with a color palette that looks like this. On the left side, we have all the primary colors mixed with white. That's what the P and W stand for. And all the way on the left, we have the secondary colors mixed with white. The S for secondary, SW for secondary mixed with white. On the next palette, not demonstrated here, we'll have the primary colors on the left as well, with the secondary colors on the right. Same colors. It started with blue and orange, red and green, yellow and purple. But here, the top row I mixed with gray, the second row is mixed with black, then mixed with gray and black, so forth down. So you get a different little mix of grays and browns. And that's a wrap.